my bar mitzvah speech, so I'm honored that you're all here. When Rabbi Lankin approached me to discuss this award and share with me the honor, initially I thought he had the wrong guy. I said, Rabbi, are you looking for David Silverman or Sugarman? And he said, no, you're the guy. So here I am. And he took the trek out to my house in New Jersey, and we spent a couple hours, and I was learning, and he was teaching me about ELEM. And when he explained it to me, immediately I said, I'm all in. I was very excited. What intrigued me the most was that ELEM wasn't only about the troubled Jewish kids or teens. It was about every troubled teen. And that resonated with me. Race and religion, especially now it's going on in society, wasn't even part of this equation. And that's very, very, very important to me and to everybody here. Everyone in this room has fears. Everyone in this room has worries. Everyone in this room stays up at night worried, or wakes up at night sweating, or behind your knees, whatever mishigas we all have, but we're worried. Worried about our kids. We're worried about money, health of a loved one, sleepaway camp, whether you missed the sale at your local, where do you go, ShopRite? People wake up worried about these things. But one thing that we all share in this room tonight, the one common denominator that brings everybody together tonight is ELEM. And that's very powerful, based on what we're learning and what we're seeing on the news. And I don't need to touch on the tragic turn of events that have happened over the past month alone, let alone today, let alone last week. But we're all here to help ELEM. And us helping ELEM allows ELEM to help the youth. ELEM does this every day, as you saw in the videos, every hour and every minute. Whether it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. ELEM's vans are out. My grandfather, so my mother's father, retired in a place called Lakewood, New Jersey. I'm sure you've heard of it. My Sab and Savta, so my grandma and grandpa on my father's side, retired in Netanya, Israel, and then moved to Jerusalem. By a show of hands, how many people have been to Israel? Just out of curiosity. So this will resonate. I've been to Israel maybe close to a dozen times. I'm 39 years old. So as I was growing up, my friends were going to the Bahamas and my parents were taking me to Israel. But it makes sense now. So when I was in Israel, I never knew there was an issue with troubled teens. You all put your hands up, you're talking about the sights, the sound, and more importantly, the smell of being there. So I never paid attention to what was going on with the troubled teens. And that's why we're here tonight. We're here tonight because there are 25,000 young teens, young adults, adolescents that needs ELEM's help, and we're here to transform their lives. On Rosh Hashanah, we read from Genesis, as most of you know. And when God called Abraham and told Abraham to bring to Isaac to Mount Moriah, Abraham's response was, "Here I am." And we all know that from, I think, Hebrew high school. But here I am. That was the same attitude that I had when I was involved with the prisoner release, an American citizen by the name of Kenneth Bay, who was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor in North Korea. And I got involved with his release. I spoke to, I'm not going to mention any political names, the former Secretary of State, hold your booze, the State Department, and more importantly, numerous meetings with the DPRK ambassadors to the United Nations. 8 months into a 15-year hard labor sentence, Kenneth Bay is currently home with his family. Thank you. I currently continue to seek opportunities to help others. Since ELEM speaks and wants to help young teens that have been abandoned by their families, turn to prostitution, turn to drugs, I deeply connect to what they are doing. To Rabbi Lankin, to ELEM, I'm honored more than any award I've ever received to receive this award tonight, and I'm very humbled by it. It's my turn to say here, I am, and it's our turn to say here, we are. May Hashem bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much.